Chapter: My youngest son, Jeremy Fuller, was being naughty and grabbed a snake. When he wouldn't let go, the snake bit him. My husband was on a business trip at the time, while my older son, Benedict Fuller, was working a night shift at the hospital. Without hesitation, I called a cab and brought Jeremy to the same hospital Benedict was at for emergency care there. A pretty nurse ran over to me and asked me about Jeremy's situation. Then, she brought him a hospital cot and took him to the emergency room. Choked up, I explained what had happened and begged her to save my son. She kept her eyes on the machines while talking to someone else. Right before Jeremy was pushed into the emergency room, she stopped. I was confused and asked her if something was wrong. The nurse's eyes were dark as she stared at Jeremy. Do you know Benedict Fuller? I nodded. Of course I do. He's my... Before I could say son, the nurse slapped me. What the hell? Putting a hand on my swelling cheek, I looked up at her. The nurse glared at me haughtily and snapped, "Don't you know who I am? I've been dating Benedict for a year. Our relationship is going well, and we're planning to get married." I took another closer look at her, only realizing now that I had indeed seen her before on Benedict's social media. She was his girlfriend, Yvonne Sinclair. I reached out to take her hand. It wasn't the best circumstances for us to meet. But still, I tried to introduce myself. I am Benedict's. Before I could finish with the word mother, Yvonne slapped me again. This time, she did not hold back. My cheek was burning in pain. "You hag, do you think you can steal my boyfriend just because you're attractive?" She kicked me in the stomach. It hurt so much that I could barely stand. Then, she glared at Jeremy, who was lying on the bed. "Is this the bastard you had with him without his knowledge?" Jeremy and Benedict looked like, as both brothers took after their father. I wanted to explain that to Yvonne, but she did not give me the chance. Looking at Jeremy's ashen face in disdain, she said slowly, "We have other patients who need urgent care now. You'll have to wait." Then, she left, taking the other nurses with her. My mind was buzzing, but I knew that Jeremy could not wait. Clumsily, I took out my phone to call Benedict. However, all I heard was beeping. Benedict did not pick up his phone. Jeremy's face was going gray now. I was panicking as I couldn't reach Benedict. Unable to help myself, I cursed under my breath. Unfortunately, Yvonne hadn't gone far at that point. She heard me and thought that I was cursing her. She turned around and strode over to me, face twisted in rage. She grabbed me by the hair. "Who are you calling?" "There was a car accident victim who needed emergency surgery. Benedict's still in the operating theater. Do you think he'll help you even if you call him?" She fished out a necklace hanging around her neck and waved it in my face. On it was a very familiar ruby pendant. "Benedict gave me this as a token of his love. He will marry me. He's not going to care about you just because you birthed him a bastard. I'll have you know that our relationship is stable." She pushed me to the ground, ripping my shirt open in the process and revealing the ruby pendant hanging around my neck. Yvonne's pupils contracted. Her anger intensified. "How did you get this ruby?" "It's a family heirloom." Chapter: The ruby pendant was our family's heirloom. There were two of these pendants. I gave Benedict one of them to give to his significant other. Jeremy would be getting the other one when he was older. In the meantime, I kept it for him. Clearly, Yvonne had gotten the wrong idea. She tore the necklace off my neck in hysterics. "You're a liar, Benedict Fuller. You told me you only loved me. How can you cheat on me with this old woman? I hate you. I hate you. My heart hurts. But I still can't stop myself from loving you," she muttered to herself in madness. Then her eyes went dark. "If they die, then there won't be anything standing between us anymore." "Yes, that's it." She took out her phone and called someone. After a moment, I heard her say, "Francis, you have to help me protect my relationship." I had no time to watch her lose her mind. Crawling over to Jeremy's bed, I stared anxiously as his complexion turned even worse. "Please, save my son," I begged. "He's been bitten by a venomous snake."